Hello, Jax. Welcome in. Falconator. What does that mean? I don't know. Welcome in. Join the lobby, bro, if you have the game. Hello, Carano. Join the lobby if you can. Welcome to the stream. I'm also live on YouTube and Twitch, and there's a different camera there. So if you want to see a bit more and not this weird angle, then go to my YouTube and Twitch. Just checking that I'm live, and I am indeed live there. How's my training? My training's going pretty well, thank you. As you get an F1 ad. Training is going pretty well. Let's see. So I have to start getting people in the lobby, and then once a few people are in, we'll start getting way more people in. So what's the best way to get people in? Ready for the marathon? I hope so. It's still 1 month away, and I did a half marathon this Sunday, and I did 1 hour 20 minutes. So I should, with 1 hour 20 minutes, I should be able to do sub 3 hour marathon. Yeah. So it's looking good. Now is one last week of a lot of volume, like a lot of kilometers, and then we slowly start tuning it down. We've got a first racer in. Gonna choose a Merc as well. He readies up, which is not ideal. Maybe you want to get a few more people in. Thank you. As my game, oh never mind, I thought my game froze. Ideally we get a few more people in. It doesn't ready up, I hope. Question is how we get more people in. I'll reset this one more time, and maybe we just do a 1 versus 1 to start. I hope more people join, so keep liking and stuff like that. Man, why is he ready up? Not ideal. I guess he might be doing a 1v1. I'll reset one more time. And then I'll firstly just invite a few people that I think could maybe join. And then, I don't know, we'll probably head into the first lobby. Who would be willing to join? I think he's noticed that he should wait now. Let me actually get my YouTube and Twitch chat overlay on as well. It's probably going to be helpful. Okay, there we go. Who else would be willing to do open lobbies? Oh, we're getting more people now. Please don't ready up, please don't. Need to invite more people. Now one guy's left. That's not ideal. Jo, Dennis. Aber mir geht's gut. Gerade Lobby aufgemacht und dann struggelt man immer ein bisschen mit Attendance oder Leuten, die reinkommen. Wenn ich YouTube-Chat ist noch nichts. Ich streame auch noch auf TikTok, YouTube und Twitch gleichzeitig. Das hat ein bisschen Chaos, aber mal gucken. Oh, mal gucken. Aber du hast noch richtig viel. Oh, warte. Oh, letztes Mal Team geschaut, wo 24 rauskam, New Mic, there's Echo. Aber der hat mich doppelt. Man hört mich doppelt. Hallo? Ja, jetzt geht. Okay, jetzt müsste gehen. Ja, jetzt geht. New Mic, there's man. Bro will unbedingt fahren. Wie geht? Das hat andere. Nee, es geht immer noch nicht. Und sag. Äh, Desktop-Audio hatte ich an. Okay, jetzt. Der ist mal weg. Viel Spaß. Bald können wir auch zusammen machen und mal Feierabend. Ja, können auch irgendwie mal was sonst machen. Also Koop oder so können wir ausstreamen. Ich habe gestern ein erstes Karrierevideo gemacht, also gepostet auf YouTube und hat irgendwie viele Views bekommen und wächst jetzt immer noch. Also ich weiß nicht wieso, aber vielleicht wäre Koop schon mal was. Aber wenn du so viele Ligen und Event fährst, musst du mal gucken. Aber also Koop oder so wäre ich schon down. Ungefähr 5 Leute. 5 people in. I think we can start the first lobby. So let's switch back to Australia. Aber es Koop nicht bis tot. Ja, gut, was willst du halt sonst machen? Also also auf YouTube ist halt League Race, ist alles, also auf YouTube ist League Racing tot und alles andere geht. Und sonst, also weiß ich nicht, wenn du halt, also was ist es, also streamen, was willst du sonst streamen? Aber ja, das ist halt die Frage. Aber Ryan Salamander ist auch gejoint. Aber ich glaube, dann können wir ready machen. So I'll put myself at the very back of the grid. Join up if you want to join. You can search for my username in the game. It's an open lobby, so you should be able to find my name. And I will put myself at the very back of the grid. Hello, Ryan Salamandra, welcome in. Thanks for joining. Thank you very much for joining. Das Gute ist bei deinem Video, das mit Audi halt. Ja, ich habe ganze 26er Grid drin. Das hilft schon, aber ich glaube nicht, dass das. Also dann klicken halt Leute drauf, aber dann gucken die ja nicht so lange. Aber wenn halt ein bisschen gucken, dann geht. Also bisher war Karriere halt immer tot. Hello, Ryan, thanks for joining, by the way. And I think we can get started with the first lobby. More and more people will eventually join. Here they all of them come. Let's see if we can get a few people to ready up. Bei mir kommt immer League Racing am besten an. Ja, aber du hast halt auch nur League Racing Videos gepostet. Aber ich meine so, also verstehe ich, aber so insgesamt von den Leuten, die auf YouTube das F1-Game gucken halt absolut die wenigsten League Racing. Well, here we go then. First lobby, and we're 8 drivers. I'm sure more people are gonna join. Thanks to everyone that keeps liking the TikTok channel as well. TikTok live stream. I basically have my TikTok live stream on the right, my Twitch live stream on the left, and YouTube live chat on the left, and then one camera in the middle and one camera down there. So you see me looking around, then you know why. Ja, Dennis, das ist halt ein bisschen die Frage, also was halt mit League Racing begonnen. Deshalb sind halt all deine Viewer, die halt jedes Video gucken, sind halt League Racer. Das ist halt ein bisschen das Problem. Ich habe gefühlt fast eher mit irgendwie so 21, 22 Karriere gemacht. Und deshalb gibt es so ein paar Leute oder der Algorithmus ist so halbwegs noch im Karrieremodus gesteuert. Deshalb habe ich noch so halbwegs eine Chance mit Karriere und Content und so. Das will ich dann auch nächstes Jahr machen. Und auch viel mehr Community-Dings und so. Ist bei mir sicher anders garantiert. Yo, Ken, kommst auch rein? Paar Open Lobbys, bisschen Clipfarm, letzter starten. Irgendwie so, ja. Mal gucken. Wieso retired er? Why did he retire off the line? Interesting. Ich hau erstmal rein, wie scheiße. Ah, ich versuch's. Siehst dann ein paar Clips wahrscheinlich. Three wide ahead. I'm gonna dive up the inside. Uff. Nur Sweater in der Lobby? Echt? Also kennt man die? Ich kenne da keinen. Raus aus den Lobbys, Bro. Lukas, komm rein in die Lobbys, Bro. Was machst du im TikTok-Livestream und nicht auf Twitch oder YouTube, Bro? Also wirklich, du bist verwirrt, Bro. Du sagst raus aus den Lobbys und bist auf TikTok, Bro. Kann nicht sein. Komm in die Lobbys, Bro. Wow. Bro, bin krank. Umso mehr Grund, dass du in die Lobbys kommst, Bro. Wow. Wird morgen kein PSGL, umso mehr nochmal Lobbys kommen heute, Bro. Du nennst nur weitere Gründe, wieso du Lobbys fahren solltest. Oh mein Gott. Und ist Latan vielleicht schon auf der Kickliste? Oh, Zlatan. Wir sind Keys und der Rejoin wird schlimm. Oh mein Gott. Wiener Fight. Oh. Bin dann auch mal da. Okay, perfekt. Oh. Was gegen Leclerc Flashbacks hier? Ah, jetzt noch clean. Wenn mehr Leute hier sind, dann wird's kritisch. Jetzt ist ein bisschen wenig Fahrer noch. Man hört keinen Sound, also in-game. Oh, warte kurz. Hm. Aber vielleicht muss ich nachher hochstellen. Guck ich nachher nochmal kurz. 1 month without playing? Ah, it's okay. Don't worry. Sorry for the contact. No worries. All good. I didn't die, so it's okay. What? Well, he cooked me. But he has no battery. Once again, side by side. Can we go around the outside? Oh, we get ahead. Russell Move, ja. Sag ich, nur wir zwei vorne. Boah, ist ein bisschen weit, aber vielleicht kommt er noch ran. I get me den bump. What? Do you realize there's no game sound? Yeah, I've been told. Welcome in, Ben. On the first guy on the YouTube. I've been told on Twitch chat. I'll try and change it after this race. But I guess it's on. I think TikTok has game sound, so I guess it must be some OBS setting. I'll check in a second. But welcome in, bro. Hope you're doing well. Long time that we've spoken, to be fair. Here we go, last lap of the race. He's saved all of the battery. Into turn 9, we're gonna go to the outside. But prepare a good exit here. I'm gonna be right underneath his rear wing. Oh, now engine sounds picked up a bit. Gonna go defensive. We try and outbrake him, but he blocks us off nicely. Goes defensive into this corner. We get absolutely no turning. Gonna go defensive into the penultimate corner. And we make a big mess of that. Maybe we can nail the exit out of the last corner and with DRS and ERS catch him. But I think he's gonna win this race. He runs out of ERS. It's gonna be a drag race. But we miss out by half a tenth. Been a while, it has indeed. I don't even know how long. I think. Wait. I think the microphone. Oh no. Yeah, it fixed. Wait. So you cannot hear game sound. How or where could the issue be? Let me check. I've just been busy. Is it true that you went to uni, I think, right? So that's why you stopped streaming then. You're still doing league racing? I do it a bit, but not near as competitive as last game. Like I still do it, but not like E series level like last year. I just put way less time into it, and just much more time into YouTube. Just grown quite a bit since the last time we spoke. So let me just check my sound real quick. Yeah, that is. I'm at uni now. Yeah, I thought so. I remember when you did the Nitro Shooter Open Lobbies, or was it Hoocher Open Lobbies? I don't even remember. Hello, Max. Welcome into the TikTok stream. I'm just trying to see. YouTube and Twitch doesn't have sound, which is beyond optimal. It shows it in OBS that it has sound. So, if I turn on desktop audio, it might work now. Just wait and pray. Oh, that is Ken. Ken is in the lobby as well. Ryan will get another chance. Hopefully Max joins as well. We'll see. We lose the first race, which is not ideal. And the reason you can't hear sound now, if you don't hear any, because I turned the credits and the songs off. I think we can head straight into the next race as more people will keep joining. And ideally we'll get sound. Oh yeah, you can hear game sound now. Okay, so that is good. You can choose this car, and then we're gonna go for the second race here in China. It is dynamic weather, so we could get wet weather. More people keep joining. Why are we not rating up? Oh, there we go. Oh. I think I just about managed to do that. I want to start at the back, gain as many positions as possible and get some clips for the socials and shorts. Let's see. China is quite an interesting one and normally quite a messy one with the community. And we have managed to get ourselves down into 13th place. Here we go then. Let's see how this race goes. Maybe we can win it this time. We try and close the gap to the Ferrari. 5 laps here in Shanghai. Luckily not blazingly warm conditions. I would screw up our tires. So you should be okay. Starting in 13th place then. Currently 13 drivers in the lobby. So this could be a last first attempt. Let's see how this one goes then. 5 red lights here in China. A very, very long hold, quite opposite to the real-life Australian Grand Prix as we get blocked by tsunami bread. Gonna have to be cautious here. Through turn 1 we go. The snail-like corner, very wide to then cut to the inside. And that is very risky. A kick already has a 2-second penalty. The Ferrari spins, the Aston Martin spins. And we gain a few places up into 8th place already as we've now got Ryan ahead of us. Ryan against Ryan, he goes super defensive. I try and go around the outside, but he gets blocked by the Williams and I might have to turn on ghosting to be fair. Otherwise I could grief. I forgot to turn that off. So Ryan gets slightly screwed there. But we're up into 6th place already. We've got more fighting up ahead. Was für Manöver sehe ich hier? Ja, war super Ding. So, muss abstellen. Ich hab Ghosting noch on, aus. Gonna get a switchback here on the Red Bull as the Red Bull takes himself out, and we're gonna get past the Williams as well up into 4th place. Ryan is so cool. Carson joined the lobby. Made your game sound is way too loud. Can't hear you. Okay, let me change that real quick. Sorry about that. Yeah, I can change it here as my AI goes for an insane move. Let me know if it's fixed now. I hope it is. As he gets straight lined by the Williams. I definitely have to turn ghosting off. I hope you can hear me now. Yes, perfect. Okay, cool. So we've got some more progress to make then. Gonna have to kick that Williams, who's I think perfectly or purposefully abusing track limits to try and kill us. So maybe we can try and bait him. And he actually tries to go for the corner. Fair play to him. Side by side through this left-hander. He's just gonna go well. And have to back out. And he spins. We bump him off. Spins on the inside curb, and that gives us 5th position. The top 2 have driven away, so we're gonna have to try and close up as we nearly lose the car through there.
Okay, clear.
Here we go then. I'm gonna try and at least get one of the 2 cars out of me, if not both of them. We're running kind of low on battery, which is not ideal. So we're actually gonna sit back and wait for the main straight as the 2 Williams take each other's out. I think that the Williams that just left is a bit of a dirty driver, so I'm glad he's left and I didn't have to kick him as we've got the Red Bull and the McLaren going side by side through the last corner. They come together as we run a bit wide as well, and we're gonna get the run on the McLaren here. We're gonna go up the inside into turn 1 and we're gonna get that position as long as we don't run too wide here. We're also gonna get up the inside of the Red Bull and complete a double overtake. And up into third place we go. As the Red Bull tries to straight line the Mercedes there and slightly misses. Hello Matteo, what's up bro? I'm doing good, how are you? Hope you're doing well, welcome into the stream. Oh, the Mercedes goes for a spin and that's gonna give us P2. But P1 is still quite far ahead, so it's gonna be tough to close. I'm all good man, nice to hear. Haven't seen you play F1 in a long time, I think. Or at least we've not raced each other for a long time. I don't know if you're still driving, or if you're waiting, or playing a better game. Franz Hermann, hello, how to join? Go on the F1 game into multiplayer mode, and then you can search for Lobbies, and then you will find my name, YouTube_Ryan Grove, and then you can join. Welcome Franz Hermann to the stream on Twitch, and I hope to see you in the lobby soon. It's a public lobby that you should be able to join, and it's crossplay on as well, so no matter whether you're on Steam, EA, PlayStation or Xbox, you should be able to join this lobby. Oh yeah, I'm in hiding mode still, yeah, that's fair. I'm waiting for the new game. I'm kind of hyped, even if they can't make it according to real life, it can't be worse than this game in terms of 30 air and battling. So even if it's like not close to IRL, if he's gonna take me out now. I don't know what he's doing. Lost a bit of time to the leader there. He might straight line me here. And he does indeed straight line me. Good for him, getting his clip. I'm sure his pirates are very, very proud of him. Hello, Mr. Butler in the YouTube chat. We've got now people in all three chats, Twitch, YouTube, and TikTok. Go check out the other, which you're not in, and follow me there to support me as well. Gonna bait him there, and probably expect another straight line. By the way, the game is still kind of loud. Okay, I'll change that in a second.
Yellow flag.
I'll change that after this race, but I need to get a clip with this Red Bull who's intentionally trying to take me out.
Next part of the track, no overtaking through the yellow flags.
There we go. Oh yeah, I went a bit off track. I could wait for him. I'm not gonna wait for him.
Okay,
So Mercedes.
Final lap.
I don't know what that Mercedes is with. What you eat the most? Twitch? No, so on the left of my screen I have YouTube and Twitch as a multi-chat plugin, and on the right of my screen I have the TikTok chat. So yeah, Matteo, I'll change the games, adjust the game sound in a second as we find our way past the Aston and Ryan there. Quite a close battle. And watch the Red Bull try and straight line us again here. He'll come flying from the right, maybe. Oh no, that's the other Red Bull. Oh, they're waiting at the finish line. Oh, that is very interesting. So we might be straight. He's actually reversing. I'm pretty sure rules are on. So maybe they just have to slightly keep moving forward to not get disqualified. But it's basically the Red Bull's mission to take me out. So that is a very fun guy. The Ferrari's easily going to win this. We got a bit deep into this left-hander. Ferrari's actually, the Red Bull is actually reversing. He might take out the Ferrari here. You let the Ferrari go. Ferrari's gonna win the race. Who wins for him? But now the Red Bull's gonna try and take us out. I already know it. Oh, as someone got straight lined. And I believe that was the Aston Martin that straight lined Ryan. Oh, we finished that race, quite a messy one. Let me just quickly adjust the sound again. I hope it's okay now. I can lower it a bit, and then if it's again too low, then just tell me to increase it. Quite a messy. Crazy, der Leute sind da, ja. Ich hab's gemerkt. Also der eine Red Bull, das ist krass, der ist gelieft. Der eine Williams hat sich, glaube auch da weggehauen. Aber hast überlebt. That's the thing. The faster we build a proper community and get people in our Discord server, the more we can have cleaner racing. So I'll actually put the invite to my Discord server in the YouTube and Twitch chat. Milena in the YouTube as well. Welcome, welcome. Join the open lobbies as well if you still have F1 installed. Don't know if you do, but maybe you do. For either of you that are not in the Discord, the link is in the YouTube chat now, and I'm just going over to TikTok to put it into the TikTok chat as well. If I can figure out. Don't have time to set my setup. I don't have it installed. I've deleted it and bought it more. Okay, fair play. Fair enough. Then welcome into the stream to watch some very dirty racing that you might actually see in Le Mans rookie lobbies. But if your rating is a bit higher, don't see if it was sent. Let me check. No, it was not sent. I pasted it into the comments and didn't send. Now I think it should be there. I think I think it should be there now. I hope. We got a full grid for Japan. My rating is drivers safe. Wait. What do you mean? What? Oh, silver. Okay. I think I'm silver too, but I've not played in a while. Franz Hermann is here. Welcome in. Yeah, asked in the Twitch chat how to get here, and he has made it into the lobby. I'm gonna put Marco at the back as well, as he is. Something doesn't send. Okay, let me check. Or let me just send it to you directly. Got basically a full grid for this race. More or less. 19 people. Currently second in the standings. Not great. As the Croatian Marco basically had a free pass in the last race. Getting away with all the dirty drivers early. Let's see how this is going to go. Full lobby is going to be a much more chaos. And I actually want to turn off. Which setting is it? Someone's going to have to help me here. Off for I think it's off for griefing. So that's enabled now. And now everyone has to ready up again. So I'm sorry for that. But I think that is better. And now what I wanted to do was go on TikTok to share the link, if that works. But it also doesn't work, then let's see. There we go. It does say I'm live. Thank you, mate. Have fun. I'd rather not try F1 25 with the way the setups are and how it's driven. Yeah, I don't know if 26 will be much better, as it's going to be the same game. Oh, I guess we will see. As I sent the link in the TikTok chat, but it's not appeared yet on my chat thing. So that is interesting. Let's see. Japan, here we go, full grid. This is going to be a very, very messy race. I hope I'm still at the back, more or less at the back. E15. Well, if it's less downforce, it may equalize itself out in a sense, maybe, but I doubt anything food will come till 27. We'll see. I don't know either. I'll drive it either way, that's for sure. Well, yeah, we'll see. I'm hyped, because it can't be worse in this game. Even if the 30R and the battery and stuff is not realistic, it cannot be worse in this game in terms of overtaking. So we're basically guaranteed to get more side-by-side action. So then I'm here for that. That's fine for me. Here we go then. Japanese Grand Prix, 15th position. We've got 5 cars behind us that could straight line us into turn 1. So we're going to try and get a good start here. 5 red lights in Japan. It's an okay start as we already have some interesting bugs going on ahead. Some debris flying. One Ferrari already went very wide. One Williams goes off and we sneak through the middle and go up in the 10th place as we're now going to get past the McLaren on the inside. More debris flying, collisions happening ahead of us as we sneak past both the V-Carb and the Haas, and we have to back out there, although the Haas goes flat through there. We're going to pick up 3 positions and we're up in the 5th place already. There's a pretty good opening sector in this race. We're going to try and get past the Haas here, who gets a 4 exit. And we get up the inside, we double front lock, and we go a bit wide. The Red Bull goes for a spin. We get switched back by the Haas there, but we get the move done and up into 3rd place already. Oh, a bit wide, and we bottom out on the curb. That is not good. Oh, we get a bit of a bump there and lose further positions and momentum. I remember how at the start of it was said F125 is so easy to overtake. Yeah, no. Yeah, but because of the tire advantage, that's true. It is very, very true. Here we go. Oh, we tried to get a good exit there, didn't get a great one. But we've got some battery to use here.
Okay, the start was fine. Let's try and
On to lap number 2. We're going to try and follow Marco through as the top 2 take each other out. And now we've been progressed instantly into a podium playing battle. The Haas goes for a move but goes very deep, and we're going to try and benefit from that, and we get up to 2nd place, and now it's the same person in 1st and 2nd place as we had in the opening race of the stream in Australia. I've got a few retirements further behind, and we're going to try and stick with a Ferrari here. Ryan can kick someone for me. I could if really necessary, but there's so many people leaving and joining the whole time. I am happy for you to join. See, there's another guy that just left. If you join at the right time, you should be able to take control. But if necessary, I can pick someone. Happy to have you in the lobbies as well. Here we go then. We're going to go for the overtake. Past the Ferrari. Side by side we go into Spoon Corner. We're going to go for a switchback, which he covers off quite nicely. But we're still going to get the inside for the 2nd apex, but he gets the better exit. Although we're going to get the 2nd bite of the cherry here, as we're going to have slipstream down into 130R and potentially DRS heading down the main straight as he begins to save battery, catching me a bit off guard. We're going to go to the outside here, try and outbrake him, but he brakes very late. So we're going to go for a switch back here, and we hook tires and go off track, and that's going to massively compromise our exit. But we do get the DRS heading down into turn 1. We set a new fast lap of the race, and he has no more battery. It looks like he's letting us go, and we take the lead here of the Japanese Grand Prix, heading on to lap number 3. 3 more laps to go. Only doing 5 lap races. We're not at the stage yet where we've got enough trusted drivers to do a full 25 or even 50% race. Community races, I'm hoping to do those maybe at the end of this game, but probably only sometime next game. Once we've got a proper community going and the server, Discord server has been renovated and is up and running. We're going to try and build a gap here on the Ferrari, who seems to have pretty solid pace. They've gapped P3, but this Ferrari seems like he's got the pace to stay with us. As we've got, see, Mr. Butler, we've got another person leaving and retiring, or retiring and leaving.
Okay,
So you should be able to find some space. And there's the next person leaving. I'm pretty sure you should be able to find space. As we're building a small gap on the Ferrari. This could be pretty beneficial to us. We're probably going to set a new fastest lap as well, as we're over 1.5 seconds up on our previous lap. It's Franz Herrmann fighting for the second podium, for the third podium slot, sorry. In the V Corp. If he gets that podium, he might be upgraded into the Red Bull, as unfortunately Ryan Salamandra leaves us here today after quite an unfortunate run of races. New fast lap for us. Here comes a Ferrari. We're going to go defensive. And there's no way through for him as we cover off the inside. It's going to be a battle going right all the way down to the finish line. We're going to go none on the battery to recharge through this first sector. Got very good state of our battery. What tracks are we doing? Well, from here on, just the next 7 in the calendar, unless you have specific wishes. I've taken out Monaco, but I might put that in just for the jokes. I might mix up the tracks after this one a bit. Alright, here we go then. We're gonna have to probably defend from the Ferrari here. Gonna try and get to the outside of us into the Casio triangle, but we're gonna try and shut the door. We leave the room and we tag tires on the exit. That gives us quite a bad exit, but he's gonna have to DRS, so this is gonna be difficult for us as he's gonna pull ahead here. That's really not ideal. Monaco full wet with damage. We might just do that, close off the stream at the very end, something like that. And he gets past us. It's not ideal. He kind of screwed us on the exit there, otherwise he would not really have gotten us. Well, it's a bit of dirty driving, but he's getting the elbows out, and we're not going to complain. We're going to try and get him back later on in the lap, as he's saving a lot of battery, but presumably he used a lot of battery to get past us. As he goes defensive into the second Degnan, and that might be a big mistake. Gonna have to go defensive into the chicane, into the hairpin here. And he has a bit of a lock-up. Doesn't really give us an opportunity though, and our exit is really, really poor. What's your Steam? The same as my in-game username. So YT _ Ryan Grove. Just my name, spelled together in capital. I can type it out in a second. As here we go then. Last run out of Spoon. We're gonna try and get it. I think you should be able to find the lobby. Heading in through 130R in a second. We're draining the remainder of our battery. Are we able to get him? We're gonna have to go for a big lunge here. We're gonna fake him, and he's gonna go very, very deep. We're gonna try around the outside to get him, and it's gonna be a drag race up to the line with the shorter run and DRS, and we're gonna take that win. And that is a very, very nice one. The commentary of this Basil is so good. Why, thank you. I'm trying to make it interesting, and you can go check out my YouTube. Now you're on my Twitch. My YouTube is same name, and there I post videos with the exact same commentary. Career mode, I do league racing, I do tips and tutorials, so go check out that. And yeah, thanks a lot for that comment. I'm very interested. Thank you. Have you been approached by Creator Series yet, or are you too fast for them? Well, I've asked him like a year ago or something, and the Numbers, Zlatan kickten, okay, mache ich ja. Der war auch schon im ersten in Dirty. So I asked them because I did thumbnails for them. Basically the numbers, the followers don't matter, because like the people at the back of the grid that are in now, like the only thing they care about is that you have a community, so they just stream many races. So that's why and you have to be 18 legally for EA. So basically I turn 18 in 8 days, 19th of March, so then I'm 18. And I'm gonna be spamming open lobbies, community races, and things like that on this game and the next game. And then hopefully I get into Creator Series. I might be too fast, but then I can do last to first or an extra pit stop or whatever. It's a 100% race, but it's all about the community aspect, which is why I'm doing this. So now I have 3 chats full to read. Marco, community race like Infratic, yeah, exactly, or many other creators. Basically, not just open lobbies, but the goal is that through open lobbies, for example, people like Marco now in the Ferrari, that then they ideally join my Discord server. So then we have high quality drivers in the Discord server, so then I can do community races with people that I actually know. It's almost like an own league in a way, but just basically 25% or 50% races with people that I know and that are trusted. So yeah, Marco's in the YouTube chat as well. Thanks for joining. Very nice fight indeed. Quite a close one. I'll actually send you a friend request. I'm not sure if that command still works, and I'm currently still what's it called, updating, renovating my server. It's been quite inactive, but I'm trying my absolute best to get it back active. Mats Berger says I kicked the McLaren. I think I can only kick one person, and I'll kick the Red Bull first because he straight lined me in China as well. I'll download Discord for community races. Awesome, man. First, I'll probably do more open lobbies to find more people like you, Marco. But then if you know more people that you race with that might be interested in 25 or 50% races, then feel free to do that. And if you don't find access to my Discord server, then I think there's should be in, yeah, the McLaren was really bad. Okay. So is it this? Yeah, I think it's this guy. So you can kick this player. I can send you Discord server invite. Okay, so we kicked that guy, and then I can kick Zlatan as well. And I think those were the only two mentioned. Yeah. Okay. But still good race fronts for P3. We're going to do Bahrain next. If you have any track wishes, what tracks to do, just let me know. But I think the first 10 besides Monaco are pretty good. I might do Monaco at the end. But I think for battling Bahrain, Jeddah, so on, those are pretty good. But yeah, Marco, basically, if you know other people that you race that race cleanly and are down to do 25 or 50% races, or also open lobbies sometimes, then you can send them the invite as well. I'll try. So I've been doing sim racing on controller in 2020, and I switched to wheel for 2021. And then I did, well, my most competitive, like league racing, really grinding and practicing for team events and competitions. Like the highest, I don't know if you were familiar with like PSGL, Premier Sim Gaming League, or World Online Racing, WOR. But that's where I did that's where I really started grinding for events. So like not only, I don't know, 5 laps practice for a race, but like several hours, because I was in like the top 100 maybe of the world. I mean, maybe I'm still am because of experience. Maybe like top 200. But yeah, there I did basically PSGL E Series, where we had Ferrari Esports, Williams Esports, and other esports teams competing. I think Aston Martin was one, and then Haas. I'm still top 75, I guess, according to my engineer and manager, Mr. Butler. We're in the same team. If you're wondering, we just have different tags, but we're basically in the same esports organization. So yeah, I'm still competitive, but I prefer and I just enjoy the content side so much more. To make YouTube content, make short videos, post them on YouTube, post them on TikTok, live stream a bit more. I want to get more into that and just build a community that's way more than just sitting at home, grinding hours in time trial, finding the last 100th. That's less of me. Top 1 at Silverstone Reverse, that is true. As we've got 5 red lights here for Bahrain. I forgot to put myself at the back of the grid, busy talking all the way through as a Haas gets a very bad start and pushes Ken right onto the grass. We're going to have to be cautious here into turn 1. We're probably going to get a big bump from behind eventually, as loads of people try and find space up the inside. And it's actually a surprisingly clean start. The kick goes for a spin there, but we're still with our rival Marco here. Into turn 4 we go. He's going to go for the outside. I'm going to go for the inside. I get a big of a bump as I wanted to go for a switchback on the Alpine, but we end up ghosting through him as the Ferraris nearly collide. And we're going to be blocked here by the second Ferrari. Going to have to switch back him through turn 7, heading into turn 8. The Ferrari goes deep. We're going to get another beautiful switchback. He tries to cover us off, but it's not going to be enough. And we're going to take the apex here at turn 9. Go defensive into turn 10 as Marco goes for an aggressive move past not a robot, so definitely not the AI, definitely a real person. But the grid is still quite close, so that is a pleasant surprise. Up to 7th place. We've only gained 4 places. Ideally I start at the back of the grid to get a bit more action, as we're going to try and line up the Aston Martin here. Going to fake or actually go for a move into turn 12. And he just turned, or turn 13, sorry, and he just turned into us. And now he's going to try and take us out. This is going to be quite a messy final corner. I'm going to bait Ken, or maybe not bait him, as Aston Martin moves under braking. This is going to be a very, very messy turn 1. We're going to get a better exit as he tries to tire hook us. I'm going to give Ken the slipstream, shutting that door harshly. Yes, indeed, as the Aston Martin gets put into the wall, and I'm going to go very deep here. Double lock up, 3 cars off the track. Someone tried to straight line us there. We got a rejoin by the Haas there, and we somehow survived that. And it was the Aston Martin trying to straight line someone. I don't know if I was a target or not, but he tried to straight line someone. I think he missed, and he leaves the session as a consequence. And once again, we find ourselves in the top 3 with Marco, who somehow hasn't been the target or the victim of any non-proper clean racing activities yet. We got Franz Herrmann in 2nd place, and we've got Ken behind us, and Mr. Butler, our manager, or my manager, in 5th, now up in 4th, and they have a clean battle around the outside at turn 10. Quite a difficult place to overtake, as we're going to try and reel in the top 2 ahead of us. A V-carb in the top 2. I think Franz Herrmann kind of deserves an upgrade to Red Bull. We've got another guy leaving. I'm not worried though, as more people will join. We set a purple middle sector, and we're now going to potentially go for a move heading into turn 1. We're gaining time ever so slightly, recharging a bit of battery, and we're going to get a beautiful double slipstream and DRS to aid this overtake. Heading in towards turn 1, we've got Joe in the TikTok chat as well.
That was the fastest lap of the race. Keep this up.
Fast lap for us. We're not able to go for a move, but France goes for the lead past Marco. And let's see if Marco's going to try and hang it around the outside. He does indeed, side by side through turn 2, and that's going to invite us into the equation, as we're going to get a better exit and have DRS. We're going to try and get past France as well, as he goes very defensive. We're going to go very, very late on the brakes, swing all the way around the outside and get the exit up into 1st place. We go purple sector 1, and that was a beautiful move. We've got 2.5 laps to go here. Don't have much battery though, so we're gonna have to recharge quickly, as DRS is very, very powerful. As Joe is quite surprised by what I'm talking about. Hasn't heard me this energized in a voice call for a very, very long time. Red Dogmatic, my new favorite Twitch channel, thank you very much. Hope you're enjoying the show, and I hope we're gonna have some more great races coming up after this one. I'm going to put myself into P20 at the very back of the grid, because then we'll get even more action, but I really have to focus on recharging my battery now to help myself defend this. As you can see, Ken Fisher and Mr. Butler have closed up as well. Joe wants me to be with there at Among Us. I'll have to see. Probably have to eat dinner at 7:30. I'll try and maybe get in for a game. But here we go then, onto the penultimate lap of the race. We're going to go all the way over to the pit wall. Here comes Marco then. We're going to defend the inside. He's going to go to the outside. We're going to try and hold it on the brakes. Up the inside we go. Bit of a rear lock. And we're going to try and get the better exit, as we're going to get DRS here. And once again, we get the better exit compared to Marco. Slight blockage there, and we don't have much battery. But we're going to be up the inside into turn 4. Can we hold it? We're going to squeeze him all the way out to the white line. Bit of wheel-to-wheel contact. Side by side through sector 1. This is hard but clean racing, but we get ahead, and now it's Franz Herrmann challenging for 2nd place. I really need to recharge my battery. How do you not have more viewers and followers? The entertainment is insane. Thanks for that comment. That makes me smile, one of the first comments like that. As I try and get through, Matteo in my TikTok chat is asking if I'm an esportler. I'm not a professional, but I'm close to, I'm a semi-professional. My goal is not to be, also mein Ziel ist nicht E-Sportler zu werden, aber ich bin schon ziemlich schnell und kompetitiv. But anyways, we're gonna have one more lap to go here, and we're gonna have Marco trying to get past us. We're gonna play the DRS game, and he's gonna win it, but we have Ken on his inside, which might actually help us get a good exit. Let's see how this is gonna go then. Heading down in towards turn 1, we have absolutely no battery. I've been carried away by commentary, so our battery management was pretty poor, as I make a bit of a mistake there. That's not really gonna help us, and I'm sure Marco has loads more battery. Into turn 4.
Yellow flag.
Tried to go for a fake, and we nearly make it. We lose the rear, a bit of rear locking under braking, and now we're gonna have to become very creative if we want to try and somehow get past Marco in the Ferrari. He's gonna go super defensive into turn 8, compromising his racing line through there, maybe getting a slightly worse exit. More people retiring out of this race. I honestly don't know where I could be able to go for a move on this. Into turn 11 we go. Marco struggling as well on the tires. It's a neck and neck race. I don't think we're gonna get this though. Give Marco a dive bomb, I can try. I don't have the battery though, I should have recharged more battery. Don't think we can dive that, that would be quite a dirty move. Maybe in the last race we extend on the exit, but it's not gonna be enough. We're gonna come home in second place, but again, that was a really good race. Really nice fighting. Impressive how you can commentate and race so well at the same time, thank you. Thank you Marco, GG's Ken. Ja, Matteo, ich kann doch schon noch. Wie geht's? Ich rede halt mehr Englisch, weil die meisten Leute sind halt Englisch aber. GG, Mr. Butler, holy corner cut, sorry for last lap, my internet is griefing me. Unlucky, Matteo. There's a Matteo in my TikTok chat and a Matteo in my Twitch chat, just so you guys know. I have to keep up somehow. I mean, Marco, that was a really good fight. I don't know if he's still in chat, but that was a pretty good fight. Ja, mir geht's auch gut. Gimme ist halt jetzt ein bisschen langweilig, einfach noch warten, bis Matur kommt, aber sonst... Is Joel still in TikTok chat? No, he's not. I think he just joined the TikTok chat to want me to join the Among Us session. It has in last straight line. It has in last straight line a few people in front of me. I think there were like 5 people that just kept straight lining people. So. Ken is also a tough guy. Yeah, good racing there. Good racing. That's why tracks like this, like, yes, some guys might be dirty, have to survive the start. But then after lap 2, like the fights we have is really nice. I'll put, if you want, or at least I'll put myself at the back of the grid. So if you want me to put you at the back of the grid, so this is Butler and whoever else, just let me know. I can put you at the back, a bit more fun. What sim rig? So I have the Fanatec DD2 wheelbase with the Fanatec V2.5X rim, the steering wheel. And then pedals, I have the SimLab XP1 pedals. And then the actual rig, the frame, is the frame is GT Omega Prime Light. And then the seat is a SimLab Speed 3 or Speed Q pocket seat. That's my setup. So there we have it, second place, not ideal. Once again behind Marco. Have to recalibrate every time you switch to Swiss German. Yes, I mean Swiss German, for those that don't know, is what many people speak in Switzerland, but it's not actually an official language. So the 4 official languages in Switzerland are Romansh, Italian, French, and German. Then, of course, in Zurich or Geneva, in the major cities or most important cities, everyone speaks English. But then on top of that, at least in like central Switzerland, everyone speaks Swiss, which there's no grammar. You only speak it. You don't really write it. It's not a written language. So it's quite weird, especially if you're not familiar with it. How to get the Williams livery? I'm pretty sure the Williams livery you can get by doing one of the events in the F1 World. Like they're in the series events or something. You have to do like a 5-lapper or something like that, so you can get the kick livery and the Williams livery. I think, I'm not sure. Basically, German with a dialect when you speak. Yeah, but Swiss, you're not taught like. I mean, German has grammar and you're taught in school everywhere in Switzerland because it's the national language. But Swiss, you only learn by speaking to your parents and to your grandparents, and then eventually in primary school you speak Swiss with your classmates, but you never write it, and you never like. There's no grammar. You don't write a single letter with it. It's only spoken language, and it doesn't like exist as an official language. So yeah, well, we speak Croatian in Croatia. That makes sense. Ich kann Deutsch, aber nur weil ich für deutsche Racing eng mache. What do you mean, Marco? You mean engineer, or? But I also speak Ukrainian basic German. And then there's Butler's German. That's always the best. And I forgot to put... Guys, you keep distracting me. I forgot to put myself at the back of the grid again. This is gonna be a pain. Well, let's see how this goes then. E8 on the grid. Ja, ich bin Zürcher. Oh, Job. So I'm speaking German and English in my Twitch and YouTube chat, and then Swiss on my TikTok chat, because for some reason everyone in my TikTok chat is from the region. Do you speak Russian? I do not speak a single word of Russian. Let's see, here we go then. 5 red lights in Jeddah, and I'll let myself drop to the back. I hope I don't kill anyone here, but I want a bit more action. And we already have some debris flying off, and a Red Bull up in the air, heading through turn 2, and the first chicane we got a Williams up in the air. What is going on with the game? As we got brake checked by the McLaren. We got double spin. We're gonna have to avoid the Ferrari. That was a very near miss there. We're gonna go side by side through sector 1. Loads of cars ghosting and spinning as the Aston Martin rejoins and tire hooks us, but we get the position and we're up into 11th. Does your brain heard all those languages? Well, not really. I speak English because I'm an English native, because I speak English at home. And I speak German because I speak it in school. French I only speak in school. As we're gonna go for a double overtake here. Oh, bit of a wheel bump, and that McLaren and Red Bull are not the cleanest. Imagine all the FFB spikes when you get shut up like that. That is true. That can't be great. But no, I'm used to switching languages quite often. We're back down to 19th place. We're gonna have a big recovery drive here. Yellow flag up ahead. I wonder where the next car is gonna be, as we nearly lose it. And it's a massive save as we get past the Alpine. Massive FFB. I mean, the FFB spike, especially on the DD2 wheelbase, every time there's like a new game and you haven't done a certain setting, the first time you get straight lined, it's like a 50-50 if your hands explode. As we a bit of lag there with the kick. French as well. Yeah, I speak a bit of French, but I try to avoid it if I can. As we somehow, by chance, avoid the Mercedes there. That was quite lucky. Up to 14th place now. The field is still relatively close, so let's see if we can gain a few more positions. Our avoiding skills have been on point so far. The Red Bull's got an interesting line as we're going to try and sneak up the inside of the McLaren here through sector 1, and that is a very clean move. Into sector 2 we go, into the hairpin. Again, more bouncing as we go. The Red Bull basically brake checks us, and we're going to send it very, very late up the inside. These straight lines here, us here now, that would be pretty unfortunate, which he tried to do. Cheeky. And he took himself out there, so lucky that we survived that. Gonna have to kick that guy as well then. As we've got a guy DNFing, who was ahead of us. That is interesting. And his AI just takes out another guy, and we get an illegal overtake. Okay, we're gonna have to let him go if he has an illegal overtake. We're not going to hold on to those 10 seconds. We might lose a position to our teammate here as well. Not ideal, but rather that than get a 10-second penalty. And we're going to go straight back up the inside. Big lunge up the inside of our teammate. As V-Carb gets a very, very poor exit. Tries a tire hook, but we're going to get the slipstream and DRS off of the McLaren here. As we're going to try and launch ourselves forward back into the top 10. The McLarens are going to try and go up our inside while we brake late and hold on to that position. As a Haas in front of us loses traction and gifts us another position up into 9th place we go. Now we're going to have to put our head down and try and close the 3-second gap to our good friends Ken Fisher and Franz Herrmann ahead. It's going to be pretty hard though without the aid of DRS, but we should have a bit better raw pace. As we said, a purple first sector. I believe that's our second warning. Gonna have to be a bit careful there. Carrying a bit too much speed into that corner.
Yellow flag.
Yellow flag ahead. Looks like that's the Haas, I believe, who's had an issue. Had it off, but he's not lost too much time.
Clear.
I think he was in the lead fight though, and Marco once again is in front. We really have to put him at the back of the grid to try and nerf him. He somehow always finds a sneaky way through. He's been able to make quite nice inroads on the cars ahead. New fast lap of the race for us as the cars ahead are fighting into turn 1. We're closing up to the back of the Haas. And the Haas gets a very poor exit. We run slightly wide and he just cuts the whole corner. It gets no penalty. That is hilarious. As he brakes very early and touches the inside wall at the hairpin. As we've got the Aston there retiring. Unsure why he did that. He wasn't in a horrible position. Franz Herrmann got a 2-second time penalty. As we're now going to try and fly past the Haas, who does not have DRS as he just shuts the door. So we're just going to take DRS on the next straight. That's fine by me as well. Wow, a lot of dirty air through there. But ideally we can get the run now and hopefully close up to the cars ahead. As he just puts us in the wall. Good for him. Really, really great guy. Let's see if he's going to straight line us here. Doesn't there, so we might try again at turn 1. Not sure what some people are doing. They literally just showing the lovely to straight line the creator, but
Okay, you've just started the final lap of the race.
his name is Scumbag Food. That's a good one, and it is indeed. Let's see if we can at least try and maybe get within the 2-second window of fronts.
You're increasing the gap to the car behind by a few seconds.
I'd be happy if we could do that. I should have turned on damage and see what happened. Might do Monaco and just turn on sim damage for the last race and see what happens. Maybe no assist as well. We will see. That will make for a good clip. And we're gaining a lot of time on the cars ahead, but I'm afraid we're running out of laps. And our rear tires are running out of grip as we've got a massive rear lock and loads of sliding through there. Our rear right tire is overheating. So we don't have optimal grip anymore. And this race went by pretty quickly. We're within DRS range of the kick. Maybe we're able to launch a big dive bomb into the last corner. At least that's going to be my aim. To try and at least pick up 6th or 5th place. As he goes wide there, it's not going to give him the optimal exit. He does get DRS though. Let's see, he's going to hug the inside line, forcing us to go to the outside here, into the last corner. And he goes a bit deep, collects us. Let's see who's got more battery. He's run out of battery, and he's just going to pinch us and block us, and that is a bit dirty, bit cheeky. Kick Scumbag, I will. And the kick stays ahead of us. And we're only going to take home P6. But at least Marco finished in second, not third. Not first, sorry. Where did who go? I did not see that. I don't know where he went. Let me turn on the light. In front of you, I did not even pay attention to that. The Giovanni setup felt great. Okay, let me try one more time. To check my own stream. Okay, there we go. Check my own. Oh, now you can hear me double. Aren't you sim racing setup partner as well? I am indeed. Well, I'm not only partner, I'm setup creator. So I'm on their setup team. So most, not all of them, but most of their setups, I have created. And then Carsten has created some, and then we've got Isva and Pookie as well. I'm not a partner. For example, I think PSGL is a partner. But I'm a setup creator, so I'm part of their setup development team for F1, not for Le Mans or any of those other races. Yeah. Put us both at the back for the next race. Yes, I thought so, and I have remembered so, and thanks for reminding me. Question is how many more races we do and what track? Because I really think most people, not yet, most people in the lobby don't know I'm streaming, so they might not be in the stream. But I think we're just doing a regular Monaco race, but then we're gonna have full damage and no assists. So I don't know how that will be. You can start changing tracks. Austria is definitely gonna be good. So let's do Austria now. Do Silverstone after. I think we'll do like 4 more. Then I think we'll do Monza. Well, regular Silverstone, not reverse. Actually, now that you give me the idea, let's do reverse Silverstone, because why not? Let's do reverse Red Bull Ring and see if people know the track limit. Let's see what's gonna happen if people think it's the normal layout, but then it's the reverse layout. And then after those 3, I think we're gonna do Monaco, and I think that's, or actually, we're gonna do Abu Dhabi, and then we're gonna end it with Monaco. We're gonna do 5 more. Actually, we're gonna do 4 more races. We've got more days to come, more streams. Yeah, I'll put myself at the back. So this one we're gonna delete if I find the button to delete, which I don't. Okay, but then even better. The Austria reverse will have Britain, Monza, and then Monaco. And you have to remind me in Monaco to turn on the damage and turn off assists. So the sim racing setups, pro setups are really great. That's very much appreciated. That's what we love to hear. Now in this game, of course, we've stopped making many updates because there's no real demand for new setups. We've kind of found the meta. There's no real improvements to be made at the moment. Is there a reason I cannot select? Oh, because I did casual mode. There we go. Now I should be able to set the grid. And I have to put myself all the way at the back. And then we'll have Potter. And then we'll have Marco. And then we've got Ken, I think, who wants to go to the back as well. Most people drive with the racing line, even better. So then they outbreak themselves for Monaco turn 1. I'll turn ghosting off. And then everyone goes straight into turn 1. There's a massive pile up, and we've got the same situation that F2 had. And then we wanted to kick scumbag, I think, if I remember correctly. Okay, oops, that's not what I wanted. Okay, that is good. And then let's just kick the Haas, because he was pretty dirty. There we go. Actually, let me make it a dry race for now, and then we'll go full wet for Monaco. And the kick. No, I was just on a straight a bit. I don't think... I'll leave him in one more time. I think he's new. If he again drives sturdy, then we can kick it. Well, let's see. Let's see. Let's see how this race is going to go then. Austria reverse. I'm very curious how many people have actually driven this layout. I've already done quite a few laps on it. If you're going to be the terrorist, I'm going to leave ET8, mate. Put that out there. Pretty simple. I'm just joking. Well, let's see if or how many people actually know this layout. This is going to be complete chaos. People have any idea where to brake and stuff. Let's see what's going to happen. I'm sure it's going to be interesting, especially Silverstone reverse as well. Let's see. We've got 10 more seconds. Maybe I should turn on the game sound, but then all of my stuff got copyrighted. I feel like it's just a bit boring if we just sit here wait for the timer. Some music to vibe things up could be good, but then we get copyrighted, so... E3 reverse gonna be hell. I mean, I know how to manage it to get through there, but I'll let you know it is a pretty interesting, difficult corner, to say the least. I hate reverse tracks. I mean, I honestly don't hate them that much because, like, even though you know the corner and you know what's coming, driving it in reverse is really almost like a completely different track. So, in reverse, I've done many in reverse, especially also last year. Like, there are some pretty good ones. So, I'm a fan. I find it sad that they only did 3 because then you could have way more variations in league racing calendars, in career mode, whatever. So I would be a fan. Oh. Let's see. I even have the setups, of course, because I developed the sim racing setups pro setups for Austria reverse. We're in 16th, so more people joined than people left, but that's still okay. Further down than we were before. Brazil in reverse, really nice. But here we go then. It's a good downward start as Marco's jump starting. And we get underway. Marco with a big jump start. One guy stalls on the grid. And we're going to try and find the inside line here. 4 wide into turn 1. I really hope people know where to brake. 2 turns 1 we go. Marco's a bit wide there on the outside as we're 3 wide. And this corner is quite a tight one. One guy already has a 2-second penalty, which I can't really explain how he's gotten that, as he gets so much dirtier. Marco sends it in and takes a Red Bull with him. One guy gets disqualified. Marco's ghosting through us as the 2 Williams have a very nice fight. And we're going to head up the inside here, although the Williams goes nice and defensive. We're going to try and get a good exit here. Marco's on the outside with 3 wide and we nearly chop him off. That was quite aggressive. And they're now going to go try and get past the Williams as the Williams just moves over. And that's not going to help us braking, but that's going to improve our exit while we get spun around. So we're going to quickly reset the track. Don't know why I was in reverse gear there. And that was less than an optimal lap 1, but ideally we can close up quite quickly. Unless we get dive bombs here by the Aston, which I really hope we don't. It's barely a braking zone, and we just about survived that. Lucky for us. Living the sim race regime. I mean, it's pretty nice, setup's pretty nice, so can't really complain. Through turn 1 we go. Now's the right time to show you guys a hot lap at fast speed, while we don't have to do any battling. While we're able to close up the gap. Turn 1 and 2 there very quick. We've got an Aston facing the wrong way. Use the curb there on entry, and then go all the way out to the white line here. Downshift to 5th gear, let the car roll through, pick up the throttle all the way out to track limits. Keep it nice and tight through here. Brake at the 100-meter board, down to 3rd gear, clip the inside curve, and use the track on the exit. Enable DRS then as well. We're going to try and sail past the Red Bull here. But a quick move, and luckily doesn't take us out. Brake at about 120 meters, 2nd gear. He gives us a bit of a bump, but we're going to be side by side on the exit, and he gets a DRS, which is not going to be ideal for us. It looks like we have a lot more straight line speed though. Heading into this corner, 80 meters is your braking point. Sim racing set up track guide voice lines. I used to do a few, but now I think this one does them. As we head through turn 1, that was a pretty fast lap, new fastest lap of course, even though we got a bit of a bump. And we're starting to close the train. There's a Mercedes leading, but besides that, you can see a huge group of cars on the mini map, so we're gaining, and we can see them ahead of now as well. Making up loads of ground, and we're only on lap number 3 so far. But we have to recharge some battery. We always seem to be a bit low in these 5 lappers, because you drain more than you want to in the first few laps. And we've got Franz Hermann off track there. I hope he's not been straight line. He probably has, and we've got some incidents into turn 3. The V-Card going for an alternate line. Somehow it's DRS, but he lost so much time. It's Franz Hermann ahead of us. And we've now basically closed up to everyone. Our teammates leading the race, so that is fine. But then the rest of the top 10 is very, very close. You can see all of them right in front of us.
You're in the top 10 now. Keep it up.
Into turn 1 we go. Let's see. This is the lap where we're going to have to make some moves if we want to get into the top 5 or podium playing positions. Franz gets a bad exit out of turn 2, and we're going to sneak up the inside into this next left-hander. Through the right-hander we go. We're going to pick up loads of dirty air here. Although the McLaren goes wide, opens the door, and we're going to capitalize off of that and take the position. Aren't you in PSGL? I am in PSGL. That is correct. I'm a driver in PSGL, and I'm their YouTube thumbnail designer. So every thumbnail on their live stream since F1 2023, I think, has been designed by me. As we're going to try and get past the Alpine here. Round the outside, massive moving under braking, and he goes absolutely straight, as do 3 other guys. And I don't know what has gone on there. We still gain 2 positions, we lose 1, so it's still a net gain of 1 position. I'm sure what happened there with the Alpine just forcing us off. But we moved on to the last lap of the race. We've got an Aston Martin and a Haas in the middle sector playing games with each other as one of them retires.
Final lap of the race.
Through turn 1 we go. We slide a bit wide. Gonna try and get a good exit here past Franz. I hope he has less battery. He's gonna go defensive. Gonna try and have a look to the inside. Can't get it done though, so we're gonna have to stick back in behind him and try and just get a cleaner run through these corners. As he runs a bit wide, he's gonna open the door. We're gonna get up the inside. We're gonna leave the space, but we get fully ahead, and now we're gonna go defensive into turn 4. He has a little look up the inside, but doesn't commit to it.
Okay, clear.
Search back the guy 4 times and he took you out. That means you successfully rage baited him. As here we go then, last time going through turn 3. We're gonna have the same kick ahead of us that was in Jeddah, so if he takes us out now, he's gonna be kicked as well. He doesn't seem to have the battery. As it's a very, very late exit, our teammate wins the race. I think it's going to be Marco once again, in 2nd place. We somehow get back to 6th, but that turn 3 is very, very poor. Get rage baited. GG's. Yeah, GG Ken. I don't know where you finished. 3rd place, fair play. Open lobbies are like mental training. It's perfect mental training. I fully agree. Very, very good mental training. Open lobbies are social experiments. That's exactly why we do them, for the clips and the experiments.
We need to find out why that isn't so happy.
And we have Toto Wolf. I've never heard that line on the whole game. Since the game came out in May or June. Not heard Toto speak once on my radio. Not at all frustrating, to be honest. I think time trial is more frustrating. It is when it's like a track you already don't want to do, and then you go on it, and then you just keep invalidating, then it is. Is the China esports race setup still updated? All setups are relatively updated, like based on the last meta. Since if it's not been updated in a few months, it's either because there simply is no better one at the moment, and also because there's no new competitions where we look for a new setup. Or you did the lap of your life and you just can't improve. But if you did the lap of your life, it's fine, then you just quit. I mean, then if you did the lap of your life in time trial, then you can start and put it together in Grand Prix or online. But time trial shouldn't be, like, you shouldn't really judge it purely on lap time. You should just try and find consistent braking points, consistent downshift points, and stuff like that. Just to find consistency. Have a race there tonight? Yeah, good luck. just make sure to manage your tires. Your tires are going to be pretty warm and worn. So your rear right and rear left on your mediums, they're going to be overheating pretty quickly. So then you want to make sure to be as cautious as possible on the low speed traction zones. Just a little tip there. So here we go then. The next reverse track from one to the next. We're going to go straight to Silverstone. And Silverstone reverse is a bit, very, very different. Very, very different to, what did I want to say? To Austria reverse. I'm just moving everyone back down the grid. When are you starting your coaching business? I'll see. I've got one guy that I've coached. I've gotten a few coaching requests actually, but I think it does take a lot more time. Next game maybe even more with if the new ERS and stuff like that actually requires a bit more stuff. I've gotten a few requests. I'm currently I used to coach one guy. Now his next season started, but he doesn't really have time to practice, so he doesn't have much time for coaching. But it worked out really well. I mean, the slower you are, of course, the more it'll work out. If you're only 1/10 off of me, then it's much more just doing more laps and finding tiny adjustments. But if you're 3 or 4 seconds off, then it's much easier. But basically, I try, or at least the next game as well, I'll try and put out even more tutorials on my YouTube channel. So basically, as much knowledge as possible for free on my YouTube channel so people can watch, instead of then having to individually coach people. I don't know what your times are, so I don't really know how far I'm off. Well, I'm around top 100 global on Silverstone reverse. I used to, and I think I still hold the world record or something like that. So if you're quite close, if you're like within the top 100 or if you're within the top 200, 300 on time trial, then you don't really need coaching. But like the guy I'm coaching now, he's like 3 seconds off or something. I use him. No, I beat Armateo. I think it's between, Armateo did a lap, but I easily beat it because we had new setups and stuff. And then ET8 Astala, I think, beat it. But his time is still slower than a time I had set before him, but I just reset that because I was grinding for an even faster time. I guess I'm like top 700. I mean, that's still pretty solid though, especially depending on the track. Some tracks are like pretty competitive, and then there's other tracks that have like a third of the players. But honestly, time trial really doesn't help me. Like you can be. Well, how should I put it? I don't really care where you are in time trial. It really doesn't matter. Like you can nail one lap and then okay, but the goal is that you can also like deliver and be consistent. Most of the main issue when you get to more competitive leagues, more competitive racing, it's not that you it's not that your PB is low, but that you can just consistently hit it every single lap in online when the pressure's on and it matters. Yeah, race is a completely different thing, but you need to find a way just to be as consistent as possible, as fast as possible. And consistency, that's kind of where the difference is. Like, there's many people that have a fast PB, but then what separates them from the best is them just really being able to do it consistently. As you got 5 relights here in Silverstone reverse, quite an interesting turn 1. I'm sure we'll have quite a few incidents as we get a flying start. Up the inside we go, and what's just happened there? Unsure what happened there. Maybe 4 wide as we got the V-car cutting turn 1. We give him a bit of a bump, and we're up into 8th place already without really making a move. We're gonna fly past the Alpine as well, heading into Stowe, take the apex. Reverse Stowe is really nice as the Haas goes wide, and we're gonna get past him. Hello Bugger, welcome into the Twitch chat as well. One guy gets disqualified already, that is interesting. But yeah, the main difference basically, I might have, like on one track, I might have the same PB as an esports driver, but then maybe I can only set a lap time once every 20 attempts, and an esports driver can just do it 19 out of 20 attempts, you know? That's kind of the difference. And that's where, I mean, the top guys, top 20, top 30 drivers differentiate themselves from the top 100. But I mean, that is also why you put in so many hours, because eventually You have the pace, you know what the car feels like, you know what you need to do to drive fast, but it's just consistently delivering the result. You get past your teammate up into 5th place. McLaren has a drive-through as we pick up some dirty air. He's going to go up the inside there, and we're going to get beautiful double switch back. Now we're going to be on the outside here, hoping we don't get tagged round. And the leading McLaren has a drive-through as well, so we're going to be up into 2nd place already. That is a very good first lap. We're going to have a Ferrari up right inside here potentially. Oh, going to have to lift there. We'll go a bit deep into turn 2. I have an Imola league race tomorrow, and I'm doing like 13.0 to 1.9. But I'm only off PB by like 30-100, so I think, yeah, that's pretty solid. Basically, in GP, you can grind like time trial and try and set a new PB. And then you want to go to online to just try and do that consistently. As we go up the inside of the kick, and we nearly lose it, had to save it there. Cat-like reactions to save that one. Is Dennis the GOAT? Dennis is the GOAT. If you're meaning Dennis Longrock, if you were talking about some other Dennis, then I don't know. But welcome in from Dennis's community. I'm hoping to do lobbies with him soon as well. We're gonna have another look here up the inside. As I move under raking a bit there. Very late move. I'm gonna give him the position. That was a bit of a dirty move on my side. I'm gonna go for a switchback through. I don't know what corner this is in reverse. I think it's Brooklyn's. Yeah, Dennis Longrock is a GOAT. I'm going to be up the inside here for the lead, and I thought I was going to have to prepare for contact there, but the game absolutely screwed me, and we lose out loads of positions. We try and rejoin safely, but we're down into 4th place now. I thought I was alongside him, so when he turned right, I thought I was going to spin. But we don't, which is interesting. I think probably, by the way, if I did that time in video, I'd probably be a bit less interested in coaching. Yeah, but I think a 12.9 in quali as well is pretty solid. Yeah, I don't think that needs coaching, or I don't think that needs much coaching. Anyways, we're gonna go fly past our teammate here. It's gonna let us go. We don't have much battery, and we're gonna try and close up to the top 2. We'll go side by side, which is gonna make them lose a lot of time, which is exactly what we need to close this gap. And we're now back in the lead fight. I need a ton of coaching. Maybe I'll think about it. May I ask why you guys haven't, gotten coaching from SRC or Brendan Lee or any of the other coaching services? Or if you've just not been aware of them? As we go for a fake there. Kick falls for it, goes defensive. But doesn't really compromise his line, as he can easily cover it off. But through this corner we go. We're not going to have DRS here, unfortunately. Costs too much, that's a fair point. I know some of them are pretty expensive. As the kick goes defensive, we're going to try and swing our way around the outside, and we have a big moment there. That was not intentional, so I'm sorry to the kick for that. I just lack the funding, so that's exactly why I thought it's quite expensive for most. So exactly my way to hope against that is just to put even more knowledgeable videos on YouTube, so not like, not only like maximize track width and stuff, but like much more in-depth video that you would get on one-on-one coaching, to like have videos for free on YouTube that share details and like tips that just don't even come close to any other tutorial video. Because of course any creator can make a 5 tips video. Oh, as Ferrari's a big moment, and we bumped him. Any creator can make a 5 tips video, but then he'll just say, make sure you don't overheat your tires, make sure to use battery and stuff like that. But then, the Ferrari loses the car with DRS, somehow saves it, very lucky, but he's gonna lose 2 places there. Basically, I just want to make even more detailed YouTube videos that don't even come close to what the broad creators are able to post. As the kick goes wide, and we're gonna get up the inside here. As the kick sends it up our inside, uses us a bit as a brake, forces us onto the grass, and he retakes the lead. That was quite an aggressive move there. But we're gonna get the slipstream and DRS heading onto this last lap. 1 hour $30 is insane. Like, it's that they are like throwing away time, but still. Yeah, they're not throwing away time, but the issue is, oh my god. The issue is, you pay 30, but then they need a certain amount that then covers all of the website costs and stuff. And then, I mean, 25 an hour for the coach is still, if you go to Sim Racing Center, I think, pretty sure you get esports coaches. If you're gonna go for the lead here, I'm pretty sure you get esports coaching. And I mean, you can't make it much cheaper. There needs to be a benefit.
Brilliant, nice move. Keep going.
But I know many different SRC esports coaching is almost 70. Yeah, that is expensive. Yeah, but I think my price point would be around 25 or 30 as well, because below that it's just not worth it really.
Okay, clear.
Because I can design thumbnails or create more tutorials and have a better hourly rate, you know. As we get straight lined, what a guy. What a disgusting guy. That is unfortunate. Last corner. Gonna have to kick the kick. Absolutely gapped him, and then he just decides to straight line us, and the Red Bull's gonna win. Interesting. I didn't even think of that. I didn't even look back. Maybe I could have tried to avoid him, but unlucky, I guess. And he leaves the session as well. Easy win. Yeah, I don't know what that guy's doing, man. At least he left. At least he doesn't want to be kicked. So fair play. I have the privilege to know someone who's pretty fast. He doesn't give me coaching, but racing with him helps me a lot. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's good. Let me just close my window real quick. Flipping 2P4? Oh no, yeah, not ideal. But guys, I think it's time. We've been live for 1 hour and 40 minutes. We're gonna do one last race. And I'm pretty sure you all know what we're gonna do for this last race. I'm pretty sure all of you know. Butler gets race winner, fastest lap driver of the day, most overtakes, and Marco gets cleanest driver. While I was leading half the race. I forgot to hydrate. Did you? I can't see the request, but I do have a bottle here. And I'm getting kind of thirsty, so. Half an hour ago. Yeah, I need to find a way to get that in the Twitch overlay because it's an external plugin. But got killed by the Haas twice. Okay, I'll kick the Haas for the last race as well. Half the lobby left because of people straight lining, but then the good thing is another half joins, so it's actually okay. Oh, okay. By the way, Butler, what happened lap 5, turn 1? I gotta run. Have a good rest of your day. Thank you, mate. Thanks for joining in. Tomorrow I'll be live with PSGL F3 at Kota, I believe. And then Friday I'll be live for a team event at Vegas. Saturday I'll might be doing open lobbies again. Not sure. I might not do a stream on Saturday. SKG, yes, I'll do SKG. Well, if you choose me, Mr. Butler. So we had Monza. Unfortunately, guys, we're gonna skip Monza and we're gonna go. Oh wait, the game's bugged. We're gonna go straight to Monaco. And not only that, but firstly, let me put myself at the very back of the grid. About 10 left. No, not F2 cars. We do F1 cars for today. But what we're gonna do is full wet, as predicted. We're gonna do midnight as well, because why not? Did I do Monaco? Did Monaco, and I cannot go. I cannot go to full wet. Okay. Very unfortunate, but we've got full wet Monaco. And the last thing we do is this. And this is... I'll do automatic gears. But the rest is off. And I'm not going to force cockpit. I know I'm gonna... You have to do the other thing. You get it on standard. Oh, I have... Oh. Okay, there we go. That still doesn't work. Oh, custom session start then. I still can't. Okay, unlucky, but we're gonna do this anyway. I hope... Oh, I've had turn on damage. That would probably be pretty useful. Simulation damage is on, guys. Simulation damage is on. This is gonna be the last race. And I have to make sure... Yeah, exactly. I have to make sure we're at the back of the grid again. We've got a full grid. So maybe we have to actually do one more race of this. Yeah. Maybe we do Monaco or something as well after. I'm gonna go practice. Have fun and good night, and see you next probably. Thank you very much for tuning in. Appreciate all your comments and support. And I hope to see you soon. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe on Friday. Maybe sometime next week. We'll see. For sure. I'll see you again soon. Thanks for tuning in. I got more guys joining. Do the best race and then go do my economics homework for yeah, probably same. I mean, I had an economics exam today, so I won't do economics homework. But I'll probably go eat dinner and then find other stuff to do. But yeah, let's make this last one a good one then. Sim damage, no assists, and wet. So, oh, and I have to turn ghosting off. And then we've got everything. Now I wonder what's gonna happen. This can't end well. It's gonna be quite an interesting one. You have an Insta? Yes, I have an Insta, same username, but I barely post on it. But you can contact me there and we can talk there if you want. If you just put in the same name, you should find it, but I just barely post anything on Instagram. How's the running going right now? Pretty good. 1 month or 1 month and 1 day. Yeah, I run quite a lot. 1 month and 1 day till the marathon. And I did a half marathon on Sunday, a race, and did 1 hour 20 minutes. So I should be looking good for a sub 3 hour marathon. That's the goal. It's been the goal. And a 1 hour 20 on quite a hilly course should mean that a 3 hour is more than possible. So yeah, I hope it's good. Running's been going well. Not injured, not sick. So wait, isn't running like impossible in January, February? There wasn't that much snow, but when there was snow, we have treadmills, so that was pretty fortunate. But then besides that, it was like, I mean, 0 degrees. Yes, it's a bit cold, but then you get used to it. And my marathon block started in end of December. So basically, most of my training was during that time, so it wasn't too bad. And we didn't have that much snow. We're not in the mountains. We're near Lake Zurich, so it's one of the more lower points. So it was okay. Here we go then. Somehow we're in 16th with more people leaving and joining. Thanks for the follow, Marco. I'll check out after. I'll follow you back. But here we go then. One last or maybe penultimate race. Let's see how this one goes. This is going to be an interesting one. We're going to have 5 red lights here in Monaco. Full wet conditions. And we're underway, and I just really hope I don't get straight lined instantly. As I can just... It's just a wall in front of me. Oh my god. And Williams has been flipped, as not ideal. We try and find our way through and we break our wing. What is going on? How did that Williams even flip? We got the Haas going off there. We got a McLaren going slowly into the wall. The McLaren goes. And we're up into 8th place already, and that is absolute chaos. And the car doesn't turn. Well, I have to be really careful not to go DNF like that. But I just had an absolute white wall ahead of me. Half the car is out before we even reach turn 1 due to not having traction control. Someone's gone straight there and done a Rosberg.
Okay, mate, don't
We've
worry
got
about
absolute
the damage.
scenes here in Monaco.
Strategy options if you go and check your
As the
MFD.
Haas doesn't go for a spin through the chicane and takes it a slow way. We're probably going to have to pit at the end of this lap. But then we won't be able to catch the leader, so I'll try and keep going as an Alpine spawns out of absolutely nowhere. You're gonna try and get the traction here up the inside, side by side through the Monaco tunnel. Sneak through, use the wall there, and somehow get the car stopped. As you get absolutely straight line there. We're gonna have to make sure we don't get a 10-second penalty here, which we're somehow able to avoid as the Haas puts us into the wall, which is not ideal. Loads of people retiring and leaving as all the McLaren's in the wall there, and so is the Alpine. Everyone's parking up. Looks like this is a last man standing battle royale rather than a proper race. Waiting whether I should go into the pits or not. They're all gonna go into the pits. I'll go into the pits as well. That was quite a chaotic opening lap. Not many guys still alive. 13 people already died.
Right, let's go. Come on. That was a fantastic stop. Faster than we were expecting.
One more? Or what do you mean? I think I'll do one more, yeah. I think I'll do just Monza on the drive. So we're gonna try and do this one first. I see it completely abused the pit exit there. Oh my god. I nearly got brake checked as the V-carb is back in the wall. Pit goes for a bit of a spin and we get past him as well. And the V-carb has no wing and we sneak through there. As a V-carb, another V-carb goes straight. We go into the wall, pick up light wing damage. But we're still okay for now as I'm doing some drifting here. And the leader has DNF'd out of this race. And we're gonna be up into the lead. I don't know why I'm not getting any turning whatsoever. Oh, we have to. Why am I not getting any turning? Do I have a puncture?
Okay, be careful with the front wing. You've
I have a
taken
tiny
some
bit of
minor
damage. I've got braking points. It's not turning, even though I have the tiniest bit of damage. Oh my god. Oh, I tried to switch back. Oh, that's not going to be ideal. How do I lose my input then? Right now I'm cooked.
Okay, you've got front wing damage. This will
Gonna
have
have
a
to dive
major
bomb here.
impact on performance unless you box for a new one.
Oh. That's not ideal. We're gonna retire. I hope the other guys retire as well. I have no front wing and I just straight lined him. Let's see. I think they're trying to take each other out. One more Monaco? Maybe I do Monaco in the dry with assist or something like that. Let's see. They're retiring. Please retire. Please retire. Please retire. Why is this guy serving his penalty? Please retire. Come on. Why is this guy actually driving? This guy's drifting. Please crash. Oh. Well, interesting racing line. This, oh my god. That's his wing gun. He's trying to drift, but he cannot drift. Please crash. Great, let's drift, chat. Let's drift. Oh my god, what is he doing? Nah, that has to be one of the worst drifts I've ever seen. What is this guy doing? And he's DNF. He's trying to... What is he doing? Please retire, please retire, please retire. He's trying to drift on controller or something. Please retire, bro, come on. Whoa, if this guy actually doesn't retire, bro, can I not kick him? Come on. I cannot kick him. Oh. Please just retire. Like, well, if he doesn't retire, then I'll just call it a day here. Okay. If he doesn't retire by the end of this lap, I'll call it a day. Hope it. Unless he crashes, but I don't think he crashes. He's going so slowly. If he doesn't crash, he better retires. Or crashes in turn 1. No way, this guy actually keeps driving. Okay. Well, that was it. It's been a 2-hour stream, so I thank you guys very, very much for joining, for following, for commenting, and for joining the not only the live stream but the lobby as well. And we had some fun and interesting clips in these open lobbies. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for PSGL. Thank you, and bye bye.